What's happening, people? It's Ola, I'm your host, and we are here on Guna Igulai Player Rating Show, man. Jesus Christ. My first question to you, lot, as you're rolling in, salute to you. Hit the like button, hit the share button, uh, subscribe if you're new, do all of that stuff. Now, my question to you is this: how do you polish a turd? That's the question. Because shout out Justice Ofori in the house. Well, I saying Ateta already. Now, how do you polish a turd? Because that's what this game looked like. That's what this game, the first half was. I mean, there's nothing, there's nothing that gets on my nerves like unforced errors. You know, when you gotta make 5 yard passes and you can't get the 5 yard passes off. You know, unforced errors, man. It was crazy. Oh my yes. Salute to you, my brother. Big up, big up. Yeah, we are back to reality. Um, I'm gonna start going through chats. Let me see what you guys are saying. Um, yeah, man. Salute to you, man. Gambian Guna, my brother. Yeah. Let's see how many people milk this North London derby, and then come up with excuses. Also, evening. Salute to you, man. Big up. Yo, we're back. We're back down to earth. You know, we're back down to earth. That's what Brighton showed us today. Because to me, on the balance of play, even though it was 0-0, um, they wanted it more. They played like they were the home team. You know, you could tell they were the home team, and they played like it. Um, the penalty shouts to me wasn't, you know, there was nothing in them on both calls. So not even gonna uh my chronicle. Big up, bro. He's taking the positive. He said we didn't lose. And that's true. We didn't lose. You know, I'd take a 0-0 all day over a loss. But we need to show a bit more gumption. Um back to life, back to reality. You're saying that's the narrative. Oh, see, I get yeah, I see what you're saying now. That people gonna jump on we didn't lose rather than us grinding our performance and making sure we draw that 3 points. Because if we want to end up in Europe, this is the type of games we should be winning. There's no if but don'ts about it. This is the type of game we should be going out to win. You know, and our last few meetings with Brighton has not filled me with confidence. I don't know about you, but it's not filled me with confidence. Our last few meetings with Brighton, especially when they done the double over us. What, not last season or season? What, a couple seasons ago? You know? Yeah, big up, Ronnie. Salute to you, bro. Uh, so there's a link to come on the channel tonight. Hold on.
Hold on,
Yes, Chig.
hold on.
Chig's in the house. Big up everybody. Salute to you lot in the chat right now. Please hit the like button, hit the share button,
Because you know what this
subscribe
is.
button.
It's the African Review, the West African Review.
So Gambian Guna says the issue with Arsenal fans is that as soon as we win a few games, they forget all the fundamental issues we actually have. You know what? Yeah, people get carried away, innit? You know what I mean? It's the nature of the beast. It's the nature of the beast.
Oh, you've not been alive very long.
No, I came on 8 o'clock.
Okay, okay.
Mm. I
Um,
had to make dinner for the youth them.
yeah, I think
So what do you make of the game, brother?
it's a powerful. Show that off, brother. Show that off
Yeah, man.
firstly. No, no, oh,
Stop killing the man, them. You see?
yeah,
Big
man.
message. Yeah?
All right. Ain't gonna lie. Political, but we'll do that.
Right.
YouTube, I hope. YouTube, I hope. I hope you don't get carried away. 'Cause we know what you're like. Um, but yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I've just been saying to Lee, 0-0. Um, I don't really know what people realistically would have expected. I think you're going to fall into two camps. I think you're going to fall into the camp of you were hoping that something special was happening off the back of these two performances that
Mm,
we've had recently against Spurs and against Norwich, and uh, maybe you expected us to be flying, and you know you're not quite in the camp of the people who are suggesting that Graham Potter should take over, and that you think those guys are actually trolling, and that this will be an opportunity for Arsenal to essentially slap up that team and show that we're a lot better than the caliber of that side, of that diaper side.
mm,
Or you were like me, who saw this game, this run for what it was. So I understood that we always beat Spurs at the Emirates. So me picking Arsenal to win doesn't automatically mean that I'm suddenly getting more optimistic. It just means that, at some point we've got to pick up wins. That's one of them. That's one win I'll always back us to go and get is Arsenal against Spurs at the Emirates. Secondly, um, Brighton is a team that, quite frankly, has a habit of beating us. It was only Lee had to remind me actually that we'd lost the last game because I assumed we'd lost the last game because we have a tendency of losing to Brighton at Brighton.
yeah, they got a number, bro.
So, and Graham Potter's a good manager. Simple as that. We're talking about someone who plays a good, aggressive, um, high defensive line, good brand of attacking football, and actually defends from the front really well. And also, what I would say is that this is a guy who has international experience. He has bags more experience than the Mikel Arteta that people sniff at. So it's like, well, when you're sniffing at Graham Potter, sorry, why are you not sniffing even more harder for the fact that we have Mikel Arteta? So yeah, I think those people that think that we should have Thomas Frank, it's like, all right, those people need to calm down a little bit. I wouldn't want us to necessarily just go and get the Brentford manager for getting the Brentford manager's sake. But I think the more I say Graham Potter in my mind, the more I'm liking the idea of it. Um, and he showed every reason why. The only thing Brighton missed today was a striker. The heck, they missed a Welbeck. Never mind anyone else.
Mm,
Even if Welbeck was there, it would have been an improvement on what we saw today from them. There was no end product from them, and that was a huge issue, as we saw, because they were unable to manifest that into any sort of decent form of result for them.
mm.
They were unable to um,
No conversion.
you know, even start to get closer. There's
Mm,
sometimes when you don't have necessarily the best striker, but you get closer and closer and closer. And that started to happen to him for a while, and then it stopped happening. They stopped getting closer and closer, and they just went missing chance after chance after chance.
mm.
Um, and it failed to inspire the team. So it is what it is. From my perspective, um, it was a point gained, um, and I think ultimately at the end of the day, it's not a huge surprise that we didn't win. It's a shame that we didn't, but I think we just got to go onwards to the next one. I think that's all you can do.
Yeah, man. To me, one thing that really stayed with me during the game is how cohesive Brighton looked and how new we looked. We looked like a new team that's just trying to figure out. Remember when Lampard just bought all them players and everybody was talking about how long it was going to take him to gel. But because of how big those names were, they took notice. We've kind of done the same. We've brought 5, 6 man into a new team.
Mm,
And yeah, we won the NLD. Everybody was gassed. I was gassed as well. I ain't gonna lie. But I've been on the other end of how low Arsenal can quickly bring you back down. I've got the scars along with you, man. You know, all of you's got the scar. We've got the mental scar. It's there. You're always gonna be reminded of it. You know. And today's performance was one of those where I'm thinking, so where's the fire? Where's the attitude that I saw last week? What was it just for last week? This is what I was talking about. Consistency is what we need, and we ain't getting none of that. None of that. You know,
mm,
consistency. Where is it? And that's what this manager hasn't had all through the time that he's been here. There's nothing consistent about this manager. You know, you lose one, win one, draw one, lose one, win one. I can't. Every time I look at our form table, I ain't seen no five W's. Where's the five
mm,
W's? I ain't seen one. There's always something in the middle or on the end of it, on the front of it, a L or D or something.
mm.
You know what I mean? It's like it's tiring, man. It's draining. But this is where we're at. This is where we're at. You know what I mean? Dante says, shout out to Dante, shout out to everybody in the chat right now, man. I see you lot. I see everybody. Big up to you lot. Hit the like button for us. Dante says, I don't think it's a bad result. They should have finished us in the first half. We were getting run ragged, and that was it. You know, the amount of unforced errors that was coming up in that first half was ridiculous. People were just dropping like flies. I'm thinking, what's going on here?
You see, I suppose he's correct because it depends on where your expectation is. If your expectation is, you know, and admittedly, I'm still at my old school Arsenal expectation of how could Brighton have the nerve to even step to that? Like I'm still at that stage.
Mm,
Having said that, Dante is absolutely right because they should have banned us a couple of times, especially
mm.
they should have. But at the end of the day, um, you know, it just it just felt like yes, is it a point gained? Yes, but we're so used to being able to say that about your teams like Chelsea and your Liverpool, not teams like Brighton, and that is just the fact of the matter.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Um, we got a comment here from Ronnie Kana. I think he must have been speaking to you about this. This is absolutely disappointing today. We need to be consistent. Chig, are we doing callings on this show tonight? So, Chig, this is
Um,
this is for you. I don't know.
no, so what I know you asked me, you kind of alluded to this on the last call with Lee's show. what me and Ola will do over the course of this week, particularly with international week, is that we'll have an international. We'll just have a random call-in show. It won't be like particularly serious. It will just be a show where me and Ola set up maybe on a Monday or a Tuesday, and obviously depending on Ola's work schedule, um, and we'll just kick it with you guys for 45 minutes. So yeah, what look out for that, but it's not going to be for today because obviously I've just done a watch along, just done a couple of bits and bobs. Ola's just come back from wherever he's come back from, so I think we both need to just settle down and chill for a second. But that will be this week, so make sure you look out for that as well. All right.
Yeah,
Plus,
man. Big up for the
I
love, though.
also I also need to speak to Ola about some doing a similar thing for MMA and boxing because we weren't able to do a show on Friday, but I still want to be able to do a recap show. So I'll
Yeah,
talk to Ola about that offline. All right.
yeah. And go subscribe
Uh,
to that show if you love your MMA, you love your combat show, you love you love anything to do with bare knuckle boxing, that type of stuff. Go around there, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, all of that on there. Let's get back to this. We didn't take our chances. It came back to bite us in the end, and that's true. We had a couple, but like them man, they forgot the shooting boots today, man. They forgot the shooting boots today. Um, we missed Shaka. No, we didn't. We aren't good enough with the tools.
Sorry, Ola.
Yeah, go on.
Give me 5 minutes. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, yeah. So, let me see what you guys are saying here. Third best defense last season, but absolutely shite in attack. The problems continue this season. You're absolutely right. It's the same old stuff that we've been seeing. It's the same patterns, the same form patterns as well. Go and look at it. And look how many LW, LW, LLLLL, LW, LW, LDDDD, LW. Go and look at all of that. It's mad. Mad. There's nothing consistent about this manager. And if there's no consistency, there's chaos. And where there's chaos, it's a madness. You know? So
Sorry, man. That was quicker than I expected it to.
right, it's blessed still. Ronnie says, sounds good to me, bro. Completely understand. Love to voice my opinion on the video with you boys. Keep doing what you're doing, and people keep liking and subscribing. Love, bro. Yeah, man. Peace and love for that, man. We appreciate the support, and we'll definitely have you on soon. Like Chick said, we got to do some
Yeah,
planning
we do
around
need to.
schedules and stuff.
Yeah, it's something that I will get back to you on and get back to everybody on, especially obviously it's International Week now. Then we need to do kind of a build up show for
For Palace
um
and
for
Diego.
Palace.
We might have
Plus,
to
I
talk
kind of
about that still. You feel me, my brother?
plus
We
I
might
kind
have
of want to reband a little bit what me and Ola do in terms of what our show is actually called, which somebody asked me the other day, and I said, yeah, actually, we don't really have a name for it. So yeah, I'll it's things I'm working on offline, which Ola doesn't even know about. So um, I will get back to you guys on that shortly. Oh, okay, okay. Let's get on with our numbers. All right, let's
okay.
talk player ratings. So
Uh let's start with Ramsdale. Goalkeeper. Man of the match for me. Right out the gate. He gets an 8. That
uh,
save from Mope. Bruh.
Kennedy, yes, and Tony is the answer to your question. Go on. Sorry, go on.
So yeah, just save it. 'Cause it was at 7, but that save got him 8. Um, yeah, he
Yeah,
definitely saved that bacon.
I'll give him a 7. I thought it was a less dramatic week for him. I see why you're giving him an 8. I still like what he does. I like the fact that he talks to his defenders. I like his starting position and where he tries to encourage the team to take a step up where possible. So there are stuff I like about what he does. I just think that from my own perspective, I would say he is a 7 today. Um, Tell you what, be interested to see who gets what. 'Cause not a lot is going to get good marks. So starting with Tommy Yatsu. What did you
Mm.
think about his performance?
Tommy gets a 7 from me. I thought he turned in a good performance in the second half. In the first half, there was a lot of averageness about his play, but he picked it up very well. It was among the lot in the second half that really picked it up. He picked it up in the second half. I don't know how you guys feel about it.
4 out of 7. Um, and I think that's being kind, to be honest.
Mm.
Um, Definitely his worst game. I think that left back bamboozled him. Absolutely
Cocorella,
bamboozled.
yeah, and that's why I thought in the first half. I thought he picked it up in the second half, but
That left back bamboozled him. He didn't know what to do. And I think at least we've seen what his worst is like now.
mm,
Um, and if that's his worst, okay, I can tolerate it. But I don't need to be seeing that for too often, too many more times.
and he still kept the clean sheet.
And it's always
So
got to be a shoot ultimately. So yeah, I'll give him
that
a 4 out of 10. But
all right,
yeah,
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I thought he was among one of the worst players in the first half. So that's why I have to highlight him. So
Mm.
yeah. Okay. Ben White.
Ben White, a 5. I say 5 for Ben White. Um, did all the things he had to do. Again, poor sloppy in the first half. Um, Second half didn't really have a lot to do. I didn't really see him moving around too much. I didn't hear his name that much. Um, Average performance, I'd say. Uh, but still kept a clean sheet, so maybe a 6. Yeah, I have to factor the clean sheet into consideration because when they concede, I penalize them for it. So yeah, I'll go to a 6.
Ben White. I want to say he was a 7. I thought it was pretty good.
Mm,
Um, he made two opening. He made two. He had a nervous 10 minutes or so, and then actually grew into the game pretty well. And I would say I would have suggested, to be honest, after that, like you said, I didn't really hear him be mentioned, but it wasn't for anything particularly bad. Like I would say him and Gabrielle, I say are both 7s for slightly different reasons.
yeah.
I think Gabrielle's level dropped a little bit as the game went on, whereas I think Ben White's energy actually went up a little bit
Mm,
as the game went on. So I think they were able to keep a clean sheet on that basis. Yeah, I'll give them both for 7. So yeah,
okay. Tierney,
um,
KT.
a 6.
Hmm.
I'm not overly happy with his performances at the moment.
Mm.
And I think that actually I feel a little sorry for Kessie because I think he is a member of the first team squad at the moment that is really suffering under Mikel Arteta
Yeah, it
and his
was
10
average today
million
for me, man.
and his 10 million instructions. Yeah, that's the other thing. That's the other wish I have. If we could just get a new manager, you watch the lease of life that'll be pumped to that tattoo of all those people that were, you know, shackled down with about 80 million instructions. Just watch all of that burst off and then completely kick the ass of somebody. I honestly think that's going to happen. I genuinely think that will happen. Um, but hey, we'll see. We'll see how we go down. Hello.
Okay. Uh, let's switch gears to the midfield. Um, Partey. I I can't keep defending his shooting, man. I don't know how much more chances I can give Partey before I want him sat on the bench for his shooting is criminal, bro. If if man had the chance to go to the House of Commons and make that shooting illegal, I swear to God, man will be in my House of Commons in the morning. Bro, the man can't keep shooting like that. He's gonna kill somebody. I'm
But
telling you.
do you know what's interesting to me? I wonder if it's Mikel Arteta now because all of a sudden now we're seeing Laconga do this. Do you not notice that like halfway through the game, Laconga all of a sudden just started taking these random shots. You're like, hold on, what's going on?
It's crazy.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if what kind of instruction it is. I think I'd give Partey and Laconga both fives, but
Yeah, both of them get a four from me, man.
I
Poor, unforced errors again from Lakonga. No concentration at all. The things that are really good about him that I really like, I went seeing them. A lot of backward passes, a lot of sideways passes, and what I really liked him for was his forward part, just getting the ball on the half
see what I'm
turn,
saying.
knowing and seeing the picture and knowing what to do.
So
I didn't
Arteta
see
gets
that from
hold
him
of them.
today.
So Arteta gets hold of them and ruins them. It's I can't help but think that. I can't help but think it. Like
I,
because like you said, what was the difference? What has been the difference? Up until now, you've been doing the right things. You've been forward thinking, and actually, to me, that was what made Lokonga initially stand out because he was one of the guys who would take on the ball, try to intercept it, and his first thing was to look forward, not either side of him, not backwards, forwards. Whereas now, it's like he looked like his confidence has been shot. Like he looked so unsure. I didn't like it. Didn't like it. Definitely something has happened there.
everything cool.
Yeah.
All right.
We missed Gabriel, apparently. No, I double rated them. I said that they were both. I said that both White and him were sixes. No,
Yeah,
both White and him were sevens. Was what I said.
yeah, they got sixes from me. Um, Odegaard. No. Yeah, Odegaard, because we've done Sambi. Odegaard.
Let me ask you a question. For
Hmm.
you, just a simple question. What is Odegaard to you? A 10 or an 8?
Hmm. That's a good question. I feel like he's an eight that wants to do 10 things, if
Mm,
that makes sense. I feel like he's an eight that carries 10 tendencies and it wants to He wants to unlock doors and everything, but still wants to show that element of grafting in some of the games that I've seen, especially last week. Yeah, which was what we said. What did we say last week? Yeah, this is the benchmark. We all said it last week. I saw it in the chats. We all said it. I saw online on my timeline. This is the benchmark. This is what I want to see. This is the attitude. And today, I didn't even know who he was. Maybe I don't even think you can say it was an 8 or a 10 today. It was neither. It was anonymous. I didn't see that guy one bit today. You know, he just got bullied out of the game. And it's not even just that, it's the way he let the game pass him by. And it took Aubameyang down with him with that idiot performance there. Because
Yeah, I
service went there.
yeah, I for me, um is I can see why he's frustrating people because it's almost like the Mikel Arteta of players, in the sense that he's we're being told that this is the guy, regardless of what happens, regardless of how bad the results get. This is the guy. Um, and for me, I think he's a good player, but he's marketing wrong. I don't think he's a number 10. I think he's a number 8. So on the basis that he's a number 8, I think he's fine. I mean, he does what he needs to do. I think he's compact, he's tight, he passes nicely, he's neat, he's tidy. He's not ever going to be someone that sets the world alight for you. But do you know what he is? In a strange way, he's almost a that Brett from Southampton. You're the one that never excites people, apart from seemingly me, because I love him.
Well, like
Ward Prowse.
Romeo
Ward
or
Prowse.
yeah, what Prowse,
He's a Ward Prowse.
yeah.
That's what he is. So
Effective,
defensively,
effective, but you
defensively responsible enough. Will track back. Will say the right thing. Um, but if you put him in too glamorous a role, or you put him too high in the team, or he comes off a run of games and now people have expectation, he is fucked. But however, this is the problem. Unfortunately for him, he's unlucky because if he had come back to the Arsenal team and Arsenal had already bought Madison, Arsenal had already signed Awar, and they bought him, it would have been the perfect situation because then he could quietly develop his game
and the whole pressure
whilst
won't be on him.
whilst the people who we expect to pull results can actually pull those results. But now we're expecting him to do something. We're expecting Smith Rowe to do something. We're expecting a 19-year-old Saka to do something. It's ridiculous. But Arsenal are where they are. And then quickly to do their subs, I thought Lacazette was a 4.
Yeah.
Um,
What did you give Aubameyang?
oh, sorry. I didn't give Odegaard a mark. I'll give Odegaard a 5. And I'll give
Oh,
Aubameyang 3.
they both get a free from me.
He,
I think it took Aubameyang down with him.
You're
Yeah,
terrible.
it was going down to hell, and it was dragging someone down with him. And Aubameyang is the unlucky victim, and he was terrible today as well. Still, let's not get it twisted. I'm not blaming all of Aubameyang's performance on Odegaard because he was absolutely woeful today, Aubameyang. All that pose and knee sliding he did, and his hair was all fucked up today when I saw him in the wind there. The wind, bro. Did you see this state of my man's hair? I for what the hell is going on with your shit? It's like It needs a new implant doctor, man, to come see that thing there, man. 'Cause,
You know what I mean?
yo, the wind down there in Brighton took all of it. It's like the seagulls came and plucked up his head up. I couldn't believe what I was looking at. You know what I mean? Oba running like a headless chicken, the man say. I couldn't believe it. It's like the seagulls came and plucked it up, brethren. No hair on it. Jesus Christ. Anyways, let's go to the subs.
um,
Laka Pepe.
Subwise, Subwise, like you said, like I said, I think you know, like I said, was it four? I can't remember who else came on.
Pepe.
Oh, Pepe made a reasonable impact. I'll give him a five. Um, and anyone else?
Uh, Maitland Niles.
Oh, I can't rate anyone else. But yeah, those would be my three.
Okay. Yeah, Pepe gets a 5 from me. Uh,
Oh,
so did
and
Laka.
Saka gets a five. Sorry, I thought I'd marked him.
Yeah.
Do think it was
Uh,
a great game from him. To be
nah,
honest.
a bit average. Um, from they try to do something, but we can't keep relying on those teenagers week in week out to bail us out of games. We need our senior players to step up, and we all said this last week. I keep saying it. We all said it. This is the benchmark. I didn't see the benchmark today. I didn't see the benchmark. You know, didn't see the benchmark at all. Both of them get 5. Both of them are 5.
Oh my
Uh,
days, we keep missing people out. Yes, sir. You hear me?
yeah. I just said Saka and yes, I get a 5. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, both get a 5.
Sorry, guys. Don't know why we keep messing people up. Um, ESR 3. In all honesty, 3. I don't remember a fun part of the game where I was like, oh, I'm happily affected by him. See, the problem is that I naturally prefer on the ball players. I do have an appreciation for off the ball players, but I do naturally prefer players who can influence the ball. It's it comes from the African heritage. We like our ball played on the ground and be able to do our tricks and flicks and be able to do what we need to do. Um, so it's hard to appreciate what on ESR's game that I am immediately drawn to, especially because a couple of weeks ago I had an epiphany that he kind of reminds me of a very young Aaron Ramsey.
Mm.
Um, Unfortunately, I'm having real trouble shifting that idea from my head. So yeah, I think I'm still at that point where I'm probably being a bit harsher than I should be, but I'll give him a 3 out of 10 anyway. And then moving swiftly on to Mikel Arteta, well, we didn't lose the game, and we got the clean sheet. And touch wood, the door isn't on fire. So yeah, I'll give him a 4 out of 10 for that reason.
Yeah, I'll give him a 5. I think average performance, average. I still thought Graham Potter showed a little bit more tactical nous, but then again, his players, you could tell they well drilled, didn't they? They're well drilled. They know how we play. They've got a number. I said that earlier on, you know. But we still live there with a clean sheet and we didn't lose. So that's That's probably the only takeaway because you can't polish a third. The performance was absolutely woeful, especially our attacking part of it, of the performance. Absolutely terrible. Um, so yeah, I'll say five. I'll give him five because I can't kill the whole performance because the defensive wise we kept a clean sheet and that's what saved us the point. So you know, you got half it. It's a five for me.
Okay. Um, so onwards and upwards for Palace, I guess. All right then.
International break, man. Thank God for that.
So thank you so much for everybody that came over to from the league on the Channel 2 watch. Um, yeah, hopefully, like I told you during the league on show, I did buy a new speaker, uh, a new mic, I should say. So I'll have that on. Obviously, not for the next stream, but actually no, for our next stream. So it won't be for our next it won't be for our next football stream. It'll be for our next stream generally. So the likely next stream will be me and Ola talking about uh, just where we go from here, what will it take to get rid of Mikel Arteta, almost giving Mikel Arteta a halftime report, a half term report, if you like. And then I've got some chick flick stuff I need to do, so keep an eye out on that. And also, me and Ola will do some sort of recap show because I need to talk to him about John Jones and then AJ and then a couple of other things.
Yeah, MVP last night. He scraped it. Lucky bastard. Oh
So
my
yeah.
God. Yeah, there's plenty to talk about in the MMA world. So come and join us on the combat show. We're gonna be dropping the recap. Look out for that.
So make sure. So all the links to all the shows we just talked about are in the link in the description, or they will be. So make sure you check that out. Um, but remember, it's Chick Flicks for the movie channel, the Combat Show with a K uh, for the martial arts show, and then obviously this show for Purely Eagle Eye. All right, we are out of here, guys. Take care. Enjoy your weekend. Don't let this affect you. You can't have realistically expected to have beaten Graham Potter when Graham Potter's flying. It is what it is. Let's see where we go from here as a collective, shall we? All right, guys. Take it for now. And
Salutes.
Ola,
Peace.